Hello everyone, so today I'm going to be doing a requested video showing how I do a pedicure with the Lily & Fox nail wraps. So these are the ones I'm going to be using today, and let's get started. So let's get up close and personal. I already did my toes. I used the Sally Hansen Fast and Gentle Nail Polish Remover for weak and thin nails. This is my favorite nail polish remover. I had blue nail polish on my toes before I did this video, so I went ahead and removed that. I was trying to get it all off because it does kind of leave a stain on your nails. Even though I used a base coat, it still leaves like a hint of color. So I was trying to get all that off, but anyway, did that. And then I use my cuticle oil, same one I use for my nails. I put that on, and then I use my little metal cuticle pusher, just push back the cuticles, and then I do use this end to kind of go around and clean up. And I do use my little buffer, this little block. You can tell I've used it quite a bit. Time for a new one, but I do kind of buff the nails a little bit. I do rinse off the cuticle oil first and make sure my nails are dried before applying the nail wraps. So I'm going to go ahead and open these up here. Well, you can just tear it on one end, but I usually just go ahead and cut it with my little scissors. So this is how I do my pedicures with the nail wraps. These are actually made for the fingernails, but I have always liked to match my pedicure with my manicure. Right now I'm not doing that because I recently had did my nails with these, so I am going to mix it up. I'm not going to. Actually, I do change up my nails more often than I do my toes because, I don't know, my nails just grow kind of slow for my toes, so I don't have to really do a pedicure very often. And so, yeah. Sometimes I do matching manicure and pedicure, sometimes I have mixed match, so it just depends. But anyway, these are really pretty. They're really sparkly glitter, and they're blue, so I thought they kind of go with my nails. So anyway, so usually if I'm doing a matching manicure and pedicure, I'll do my nails first, and then whatever I have left over on the nail wraps, I just cut them to fit for the toes. But sometimes I will do the toes first and then do a manicure. So if that's how you're going, you just pick out, usually it depends on your nail size, of course, but usually I use these for my pinky nails, so I usually go up one size larger, and I'll show you what I do with it. But first I'm going to start with the big toe. So usually this is the one that fits me. This one fits my thumbnail usually, so I go to this size for the toe. So make sure you take off the clear plastic, because these nail wraps will not stick with that on. So peel off the nail wrap, and so just try to get as close, hopefully my camera's focusing, try to get as close to your cuticle as you can. And then I like to get my little wooden cuticle pusher and just kind of go around and push that down. Now sometimes, so you can kind of see my nail there. So what I usually do is I'll go and kind of stretch the nail wrap a little bit first, and then position it back. So that way it just covers a little more of the nail, and just smooth it out. And then I kind of fold it down a little bit, smooth it out that way. Okay. And then I get my little clippers here, and I usually just go right at the tip of the nail and just snip the excess away. So just kind of get as close as you can, and then I usually get a little fingernail file and just kind of go in a downward motion though as you file these off, so that way the nail wrap actually sticks to your nail and doesn't peel up. So in a downward motion, just kind of go and file the rest of the little excess of the nail wrap that's left. Okay, so that's looks good. You can just go a little more if you want. Get that. And then just smooth it out. And that's the big toe done. So that's usually the easiest part. So then, yeah, so usually I'll get this one here and I'll just pull it off. And make sure you take the plastic off. Should have did that beforehand, but now this is where it comes a little trickier. So usually I get one nail wrap and I cut it into pieces to fit on my toes. All my nails are somewhat very small. They actually usually covers most of them. So usually I start with the pinky nail first. So I'll just kind of put it on here, kind of eyeball how long the nail is. So I usually cut it a little bit longer than the nail just to keep a little excess on there. Put that to the side. And then just, this is a little trickier part, is to pull this off here once it's cut. But pull that off, put it as close as you can to your cuticle. Press down, smooth it out, get your little cuticle pusher. Push down as much as you can. Okay, then get your little clippers here. Cut off any excess. Try to get as close to the nail as possible without actually cutting your nail or getting too much of the nail wrap off, because like I said, I just try to cut as much off so I just don't have that much to file. And remember, downward motion. The pinky nail is always my trickiest for me. So I have a little bit of acid, a little extra on this side, so I cut that off. Yeah, the pinky nail is always the trickiest for me, because my pinky nail is like so tiny. So it's always the hardest, takes usually the longest for me, but I get it though. Okay, so that one's done. Now I get this nail wrap again, and then what I do is I usually go ahead and cut the bottom, just kind of round it out as you cut, and then measure it on this nail. So leave a little bit, as it says on here, just a little bit extra, so go a little bit longer than your nail. So I usually cut about right there. My toes starting to heal. I wore some high heel shoes one night when my husband and I went out dancing, and it rubbed on my pinky toe. They were new shoes and had a strap here, and it rubbed on my pinky toe, and it hurt. It made a mark there, and finally starting to heal up there, but feeling better now. I danced quite a bit that night. It was fun. Alright, so get this nail wrap, put it as close to the cuticle. Get your cuticle pusher. I like to push down as much as you can around there. Make sure it's really smoothed out on your nail so you don't have any lifting. And then try to smooth out at the tip and go in again, cut off any extra. Okay. Pretty quick once you get used to it. I'm just going a little bit slower just to kind of really show y'all in detail what I do. But if I'm, not recording and I'm just doing it, I can get it done a lot faster, but I'm trying to make sure I explain as good as I can. So I usually have, this extra one left over. Now, if I have enough, which it looks like I do, I will go ahead and round this one out. Actually, I think it would do better on this toe, so yeah. Okay, so I'm going to round this one out. So just try to cut it, to kind of fit. And as you cut around the bottom, you just kind of round it out as much as you can. So that way it goes on there. Okay, I think it's going to be long enough to cover, so let's see. Okay, put it again closest to the cuticle. See a little bit actually here. Cut this a little bit more. Okay. Alright, get the cuticle pusher there. Push down. Same little step. Okay. Always fall down. That's the most important thing to remember. Don't ever, fall upwards because it'll just make the nail wrap lift up. So. Yeah, you can kind of go down on the side of your nail. Just make sure, you get anything off the side there. And then down on the top. And that really makes it sealed to the nail where you don't have any lifting or peeling off or anything like that. Okay, so for this nail, I always have to get one more nail wrap. So what I usually do is go ahead and go with this one here. Sorry, I'm out of camera focus. I forget the camera lens is on this side. Okay, so I usually go with this one. So you just peel off the plastic. And then what I normally do is I'll just cut a little piece at the end off. So again, you can kind of measure, get an idea of how much you need. I'm kind of good at eyeballing it now, just because I'm so used to doing it. But yeah, practice makes perfect. All right, so I get this one. Again. Put it down. Really smooth out, you can rub it out on the nail just to make sure it really sticks to the nail. Again, get the clippers here. So, like I said, you know, once you do, I'd say once you do it one time, it becomes a lot easier. But, you know, it gets easier each time because, like I said, you'll get used to knowing which nail reps fit your nails, you know, how much you need to cut. But yeah, that's it. I mean, it's pretty simple. Like I said, I can do it a lot faster, but um, you know, I'm just trying to give as much detail. But yeah, that's how it looks. So I'm gonna go ahead and do the other foot and finish it up. But yeah, it's simple as that. Um, you know, it might seem harder than it is, but it's really not. Just gotta get used to cutting, you know, just kind of when you go to cut the nail wrap, just kind of round out the bottom. Once you get into the middle part, these, you know, are already rounded on this end, so it's simple. You might only have to, you know, round out one for one toe, or maybe two, but it's pretty simple. And then you have all these other ones, you know, left over, so you can do your nails with them, and you know, and that way you have a matching manicure and pedicure. Now, I do want to mention that instead of having to do this, well, for the meantime, this really helps out if, you know, you want to match them up. But I do want to mention that Lillian Fox is making ones for pedicures now. I did order some recently, so I'll be getting those in soon. I'll show them off in the video, and I'll also will make a video on how to apply the actual pedicure wraps. It should be a lot easier. You won't have to do any cutting unless, you know, you really have to get them to fit your toes. But they're really pretty good at making different sizes on their nail wraps where you really have, you know, quite a few options to make sure one will fit your nail. If, like I said in my other video showing how to do your manicure, if a nail wrap is too small for your nail, you can pull a nail wrap and stretch it a little bit to give a little extra, you know, width to it. And then it actually covers your nail, so it works. And if a nail wrap is too big, you can always just get your little scissors and, you know, trim off a little bit. Just go around the side and just round it out. And then you can make a nail wrap smaller if you need to fit your nails, or, you know, if you want to do your toes. So yeah, that's it. If you have any questions, please leave a comment and let me know. And if you want, you can always apply some of the cuticle oil. It does not affect the nail wraps for me. I just apply a little bit and smooth it out around the cuticle and on the side, and that's it. So I do recommend keeping your nails out of water for at least, I usually do about 2 hours. 1 hour would definitely help if, you know, that's as much as you can, but the longer the better. You know, 2 hours, it works better. I usually do my nails before I go to sleep, so that way, you know, they can stay good all night while I sleep before, you know, I go and take a shower and stuff like that, you know, or have to put my hands in, you know, water and do the dishes or whatnot, you know. So yeah, just try to keep your nails out of water for a couple hours, and that way they really stick. Now, I did apply these with no base coat and top coat, but you can do that. I usually, for the longest time, I was applying them with the base and top coat, but for a while now, I've just been doing only the nail wraps. It's just a lot easier, and they last. I mean, they really do. They last a while even without doing that. But if you want to even prolong it longer than that, you know, I usually do my manicures maybe once every 2 weeks, just because I like to change them up, but they really actually stay on longer than that. I just like to change up my nails quite often. Toes, I mean, for me, I don't have to do a pedicure very often, so I could literally leave on these nail wraps for a month and they will still look just like when I applied them. So they really do last a really long time. Easy to remove. Let me just throw that in the video real quick just to tell you how. But this is a tool I use. Same thing I showed in my nail wrap one for the manicure. It's got the little like blade on the end here and with the cuticle pusher on the end. I'm not going to take these off, but you just get it at the tip of a corner and just, you know, you can peel it away. Some people don't like to do that, but like I said, I've done it on my nails and toenails. I have no damage from it. It's very simple. You just put the little corner in there, and you can peel them right off. If you know, some nail wraps, if it does seem like it's stuck on a little bit, you can get the corner in there, but you can also put and hold a little bit of nail polish remover on it, just to kind of deteriorate the nail wrap a little bit, make it easier. But actually, I have no problem just using this and peeling it off. So, alright, I don't want to ramble on too long. This video is already about probably a little over 20 minutes. But yeah, like I said, I hope that helped. And if you have any questions or, you know, requests, please leave a comment and I will be happy to help. I'll catch up with y'all in the next video. See ya.